Check it out, yo. I think I'm on to something here. Let me know what you think. We've been looking at these pictures in the Denver airport for years, haven't we? And we've all speculated on what they mean. Well, without me saying anything, with you just looking at what I'm showing you right now, it should start to make sense to you now. And we wondered who he was, who this guy was that took the peace from the earth. I've been saying, and I'm not the only one that's saying it, that those guys over there doing the smashing that all y'all are worshiping and serving, regardless of the nasty things they do, a lot of us have been saying if you put a little mustache on them while they're standing there yapping in their green army clothes, that they look just like the Nazis. Well, I think you should understand now who that guy is, who this guy is that's taken a piece from the earth. But what one thing you need to understand before I show you this next slide is that rainbow, regardless of whether the person that painted this believes this or not, it's the truth. The reason that's a rainbow coming around in the motion of that sword as he's smashing, taking the piece, it's really from the Most High, because the rainbow comes from the Most High, Yahuwah. And maybe this guy, whoever these guys are that painted this, maybe they didn't think so, but I know so. And I can prove it any way you want. Any way you want. And look, we've talked about this one. Look at the fire, the forest fires back there. Now, what all these animals mean, I don't know. I got a good idea what the leopard means, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. And this lady down here at the bottom, I'm pretty sure that's the lady, what do they say? I've talked about her before, Our Lady of Guadalupe, or whatever. If you read the story about Our Lady Guadalupe, it's the Revelation 12 sign. She had the crown of 12 stars. That could be who that is. But this bird up here in the top, it keeps showing up, and I'm pretty positive that represents the phoenix. I'm pretty positive. But hey, don't kill me for not knowing everything. We can't know everything all at once, can we? But if you'd like to examine these pictures with me and let's investigate together, hey, I'm all ears. I'm ready to rock and roll, baby, anytime. Because look, these pictures right here, they're saying a lot. They're telling us a lot. And I was just sitting looking at it last night, and I never realized before that guy down here is dead now. And you can see this picture is about peace. So what this picture right here is telling you is those guys over there that are really Nazis, but they say they're the ones that the Nazis oppressed or whatever, the ones that have been lying to you, got you hoodwinked, playing you like a damn fiddle, they gotta go in order for there to be world peace. Even the idiots know that. Well, look at who's holding the weapon as this blonde-headed kid is beating it into a plowshare. He kind of looks like a German boy, his suit does, don't he? And that guy, that Chinese guy, he's holding the weapon, and that's been what we kind of knew, that China would be the one they would use for their Agenda 2030 to rein the world in. You know what I mean? And that is what they got in mind. Trust me, they do. But that guy beating the plowshare, he looks like a German, don't he? And I'm not for sure. But one more clue that makes me think that is, you see the rainbow comes around, and then down here you just got 3 colors that's wrapped around that guy who stole the piece, who is now dead, who, because he's dead now, we have peace in the world. Those colors are the flag of Germany. That's what that is. So, and I just noticed this last night as I'm watching the news of the German chancellor rebuking Israel for starving people, famine, creating a famine, genocide, all kinds of stuff. So now I don't know this for sure. I don't know the future. I can't predict anything. I can abide by the word of the Most High and receive the reward that he told me in his word I would receive if I abide by his instructions, his word, and I follow it. I can't, so I can predict the future when it comes to that. I can tell you that I'm going to sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom, and because I already have. I'm here. But according to this picture right here, I think they're trying to tell us that Germany is going to be the one to take out the Nazis. How ironic. How ironic. Don't know for sure if that's the truth or not, but don't be surprised. Because this picture, it's already been fulfilled. This is happening. Look at little kids down there on the rubble. That's happening. They've had this planned for eons to do. And no doubt it's the enemy who's planning this. But what the enemy doesn't understand, because he don't take the time, for one, to read the word to see what it's really saying, and two, his motivations are off, are wrong. If he reads the word, he's reading the word and trying to figure out how to use it against you, to destroy you. He's not reading it to see what's really going on and what's really going to happen. No. So he ain't got a clue that he is falling into the same trap he's been setting for the world. Now, if you've been listening, which I don't know if anybody has, but I know Abba has, and I know I've been speaking. Probably not enough, but it's going to keep coming out or tat, just like that, as long as I can help it. But you know, I've been saying all the Bible is about this, and it is. And anyone who can tell me, okay, this is what I'm saying. This is what the Bible has told you, summed up. The Most High said that in the end, there would be an imposter, people, and land in return. And the Most High said that his truth would come down and show us the real place of where he placed his name, the real place of our origin, where our home is, our inherited land. He would show it to us in the end, and that we would return, and whoever returns, they're rewarded the kingdom, eternal life. That's what it says, from front to back. And I've found that place, and I've returned, and I'm here. And I've been trying to share that message with anyone who will listen. That's what I'm telling you the Bible says, from front to back. And I know you don't believe that. Come prove to me how that's not the case. And I'll prove to you how it is the case. I guarantee you I won't get no takers. No one wants to take me up on that offer, on that opportunity to prove to me that I'm wrong, that's not what's happening. That's not what's being said. Well, the fact that you who don't believe this refuse to come and prove to me that I'm wrong, that proves to me and whoever is being honest that you ain't got a clue what the Bible's saying. You don't have an ounce of love for me or those little children that are getting bombed to smithereens over there and limbs blown out. You don't care about nobody but your own fat ass. That's the facts. Anytime you know where my channels are. Anytime you want to come and let's sit down and reason together and read this word, to study it, to show ourselves approved, body and style, I'm right here. I've been right here. But ain't nobody showed up because they're all concerned about their own greedy fat ass. Let me just read a little bit of this to you. Malachi. You pick a book. You pick a book in the Bible, and I guarantee you we won't get through one chapter without seeing the evidence of what I'm talking about. But I just picked Malachi, random. But we can change it if you want. We can pick Nahum. We can pick Habakkuk. We can pick Micah. We can pick Zechariah. Any of the Isaiah, Jeremiah, Matthew, John, Luke, Acts, Romans, Corinthians, Ephesians, Revelations, whatever book you want. The offer has been made. It's been made. And those of you who just turn your nose up and can't believe it, you can believe this. Bye-bye to you. The message of the word of Yahuwah to Yasharal by Malachi. I have loved you, said Yahuwah. But you asked, in what way have you loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, declares Yahuwah, and I love Jacob? Right there. That verse 2 right there should tell you exactly what Malachi is fitting to talk about. Right there. But I have hated Esau and have laid waste his mountains and his inheritance for the jackals of the wilderness. If Edom says, we have been beaten down, let us return and build the ruins. Yahuwah of hosts said thus, let them build what I tear down, and they shall be called border of wrongness. And the people against whom Yahuwah is enraged forever. He's enraged with them forever. They're gonna go down. They already have. Even if not one more bomb is dropped, if not one more round is fired over there, they're already on their way out. Ever since October 7th, and that was the plan. The enemy planned this. And it was a snare. It was a trap set for you who are only concerned with your own fat ass. It was a trap set. They put the big bloody juicy cheeseburger on that trap for you, and you took it hook, line, and sinker. Bye, bye, bye to you. The only way to come out is to humble yourself, get in the word, tremble over his word, give him all esteem, fear him alone, and he won't be enraged with you forever. You'll live. Those guys are already on their way out. Just like I said, not one more bomb, not one more round has to be fired. What they've done already has cemented their legacy to everyone. And even you who refuse to believe a bad thing about them, you're going to find out, and it ain't going to be long, that you got played like a damn fiddle. And look, you don't, if you want to say that that's not true, just the fact that you ain't going to come show up and be a loving brother or sister to come reason with me about this, that proves right there that you're wrong. Bye-bye. And your eyes shall see, and you shall say, Great is Yahuwah beyond the border of Yasharal. A son esteems his father, and a servant his master. And if I am the father, where is my esteem? Where is it? I know who you're esteeming right now. Your own fat, greedy ass and Benjamin Netanyahu and a bunch of blood-sucking Nazi vampires. That's who you esteem. And if I am a master, where is my fear? Well, we know who you fear, too. You fear what your friends are going to say if you don't pick up that juicy, bloody cheeseburger. We know. You can't deal with that, can you? You can't. You are terrified, petrified of what your friends are going to say, of what the church is going to say. But what Abba, Yahuwah, is going to say, not so much. Said Yahuwah of hosts to you priests who despise my name. But you asked, in what way have we despised your name? I can hear a lot of people right now who rock the name Yahuwah on their hats and their shirts like I do. And they're probably saying, how do we love his name. We banner his name. We campaign on his name. Do you? Do you really? If you're still supporting the Nazis, no, you don't. No, you don't. If you're unwilling to look into the truth of what I'm telling you or come reason with me out of love and fear and esteem, no, you don't. You don't love, fear, or esteem him. No, you despise him and his name. You are presenting defiled food on my slaughter place. But you asked, in what way have we defiled you? Because you say, the table of Yahuwah is despicable. The table of Yahuwah, that's that Torah. And I know a lot of you say you love the Torah, but you leave out the parts that inconvenience you. You don't think about going and making your pilgrimage back to Jerusalem to look for it. You don't care about the humiliation of it. You don't care to find out if that place is the image of the beast. So, yeah, you're saying, without saying, you're telling the Most High that his table is despicable. But you're saying, in what way? Yeah, we know. And when you present the blind as a slaughtering, is it not evil? All them preachers, all the pastors who are presenting a bunch of blind, useful idiots, leading them to the slaughter, it's an abomination what you guys are doing. And not a one of you is. I know a pastor who he kisses their big toe at all times over there. He seen in my post the other day about my video about the abomination that lays waste, and he put the emoji where the guy's slapping his face like, oh brother, and I responded to it, asked him a question. He didn't even have enough love to even come back and respond to my comment. And he's a pastor, supposed to be leading the people to life, supposed to be a loving pastor. Apparently, and this is how elaborate this trap is that's been set. Abba knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what time it is. He knew that by setting this trap, it would reveal everyone's shame and nakedness. And that's what's happening. Because if you really loved him and feared and esteemed him and loved your brother, you'd come and we'd reason about this. The moment you refuse to do this and even talk about it and even consider what I'm saying, the second you do that, your skirt's lifted up over your head and we see what you are. We see what you're about. Abba knew that that's what would happen in these last days. And when you present the lame and sick, is it not evil? Bring it to your governor, would he be pleased with you? Would he accept you favorably, said Yahuwah of hosts? And now, entreat the face of El to show favor to us. This has been done by your hands. Would he show favor to you? Said Yahuwah of hosts. Who among you would shut the doors so that you would not kindle fire on my slaughter place for nothing? I have no pleasure in you. Shut the doors. That's what you've done. If you can't come reason about this, if you can't hear what I'm saying, you shut that door. You shut it yourself. You're refusing. I have no pleasure in you, said Yahuwah of hosts, nor do I accept an offering from your hands. And remember, if you ain't following the Torah, even your prayer is an abomination, my friend. Yep. For from the rising of the sun even to its going down, my name is great among nations, and in every place incense is presented to my name and a clean offering. For my name is great among nations, said Yahuwah of hosts. But you are profaning me in that you say the table of Yahuwah is defiled and its fruit, its food is despicable. And you said, oh, what weariness. And you sneered at it, said Yahuwah of hosts. And you brought in plunder and the lame and the sick. All them people you're out there trying to shepherd and stuff, you ain't brought them back to the home. You ain't got them following his word to be obedient. All you've done is brought in plunder, and you've made people lame and sick. Should I accept this from your hand, said Yahuwah? But cursed be the deceiver who has a male in his flock and makes a vow, but is slaughtering to Yahuwah what is blemished. For I am a great sovereign, said Yahuwah of hosts, and my name is feared among the nations. And now, O priest, this command is for you. If you do not hear, and if you do not take it to heart to give esteem to my name, said Yahuwah of hosts. And don't forget, too, when you, Abba sees everything. When you slap your face and say, oh, brother, with the emoji, but you don't give no time to even come talk about it like I'm the plague or something, Abba sees that. He sees that. He knows what you're thinking. So you can try to hide it all you want, but I know, too. When I see everyone's saying I'm wrong, but nobody can come talk about it. No one wants to open the Bible. They just curse and get mad and throw a little tantrum. Yeah, I see, and Abba sees. He saw your thought before it even come out your mouth. I shall send a curse upon you, and I shall curse your blessings, and indeed I have cursed them because you do not take it to heart. See, I shall rebuke your seed, and scatter dung before your faces, the dung of your festivals, and you shall be taken away with it. And look, even if you've quit all the unholy days, and you're trying to celebrate the feast days, but you're doing it how you want it, it's dung. It's for nothing. It's profanity. And you shall know that I have sent this command to you as being my covenant with Levi, said Yahuwah of hosts. My covenant with him was life and peace, and I gave them to him to fear, and he feared me and stood in awe of my name. The Torah of truth was in his mouth, and unrighteousness was not found on his lips. He walked with me in peace and straightness, and turned many away from crookedness. For the lips of a priest should guard knowledge, and they seek the Torah from his mouth, for he is the messenger of Yahuwah of hosts. But you have turned from the way. You have caused many to stumble in the Torah. You have corrupted the covenant of Levi, said Yahuwah of hosts. How have you corrupted? If you're saying, how have we corrupted the covenant of Levi? If you think the land in the return is the image of the beast, the Nazis, boom, corrupted it. If you can't look to find out where your true home is, you're teaching that we don't have to go there. You're talking shit about someone who does say we have to go there and is telling you this. Corrupted it. You've defiled. All you've done is made a big pot of defiled nastiness. And I shall make you despised and low before the people, because you are not guarding my ways and showing partiality in the Torah. There you go. See? Have we not all one Father? Did not one El create us? Why do we act treacherously against one another to profane the covenant of the fathers? Because all y'all care about is your own fat ass. Yehuda has acted treacherously, and an abomination has been done in Yasharal and in Jerusalem. For Yehuda has profaned what is set apart to Yahuwah, which he had loved, and has married the daughter of a foreign mighty one. The daughter, that's Jerusalem. Yeah. Sorry to burst your bubble, but yep. Let Yahuwah cut off from the tents of Jacob the man who does this. Bye-bye. Stirring up or answering and bringing an offering to Yahuwah of hosts. And this you have done a second time. You cover the slaughter place of Yahuwah with tears, with weeping and crying. A second time. It's still over here weeping and crying. I'm the only one here that knows what this place is. And man, I weep and cry over its humiliation, but I absolutely love the fact that the Most High blessed me with this truth, and whatever I had, if you want to call it insanity or just cojones, I had whatever it took to get me here. Now I'm here. It's a wrap. Bye-bye to you. And I can prove it any way you want. And you can, if you come here and do what I did, don't matter who you are. Don't matter what you look like. It don't matter how big, small. It don't matter what your name is. It don't matter who you are. If you come here, it's a wrap. You can tell all the people who are going to be destroyed, you can say bye-bye. You're guaranteed the kingdom. And the word tells us that. And I can prove it that it's happening right now too. I can confirm it any way you want. And you said, why? Because Yahuwah has been witness between you and the wife of your youth, against whom you have acted treacherously, though she is your companion and the wife of your covenant. And look, I'm going to skip this for sake of time to this next chapter here, because you need to understand what you're doing right now. Well, you probably won't. See, I am sending my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. Then suddenly the master you are seeking comes to Hisakal, even the messenger of the covenant in whom you delight. See, he is coming, said Yahuwah of hosts. And who is able to bear the day of his coming? And who is able to stand when he appears? For he is like the fire of a refiner and like the soap of a launderer. Now, I know all you people who only care about your own greedy ass, you think that you're going to see the Messiah coming down on the clouds and everyone will walk up to him and bow their knee on that day. But I got a newsflash for you. He's already here. He already came in on the clouds. And that can be proven right here in verse 2. It says, for who can stand when he appears? For he is like the fire of a refiner and like the soap of a launderer. That lets you know that he's doing something after he shows up. It ain't the end. It's not judgment day, right? It's judgment day, but not the way you think it is. He's appeared and he's cleaning and refining. He's the word made manna. He's come down. The truth. The heavens have dropped and the foundations of the earth have been shaken. And he's either cleaning you and refining you, or you're being destroyed by him because you cannot stand. He shall sit as a refiner and a cleanser of silver. The only way you're going to be clean is if you know where your home is and you come home. It's in the discussion. Yeah, you don't have to believe it. You can keep on rocking out wherever you want, but that's not what people of the Most High do. No, they come home. They have a home. And refine them as gold and silver, and they shall belong to Yahuwah, bringing near and offering in righteousness. Bringing near. You come. That's an offering. Then shall the offering of Yehuda and Jerusalem be pleasant to Yahuwah as in the days of old, as in former years. Boom. Best wake up now, people.
من أول الحرب بسعد حالي كنت محلاني كنت بهالقد كنت صغرى بس من إجد اتخرمنا من جزس اتخرمنا من الحرب كلنا شايف هذا كلنا اتخرمنا ما كنتش شوف أنا كنت أحلى من هيك كنت أجمل بس الحرب خربتني لما كنا بغزة كان كتير قصص، كان كتير اشياء ممكن نبغى نمسح، بس لما جينا ما ترجحناش.
طيب هيو بده يجي رمضان، ايش بدك تعمل برمضان؟
لا بروحش، انا بضل هناك اصلا ما فيش كهرباء ولا اشي ولا اكل ولا طين. انا لمين اروح؟ وخالتي مسافرة وابونا ماخدين اليهود، لمين اروح؟
كيف الحرب معك طيب؟
Look at that beautiful little child right there. Anyone who is sucking the big toe of Hitler, shame on you. Shame on you.
ايش بتسوي يا حبيبي؟ عساك بخير. اسوي عشاء. العشاء مفطور اليوم يا حجة؟ ايش بدنا نسوي؟ ايش بدي نسوي؟ خلص بكفي.
Middle East, the situation in Gaza. Gaza was before the war the greatest open-air prison. Today is the greatest open-air graveyard. A graveyard for tens of thousands of people, and also a graveyard for many of the most important principles of humanitarian law. This is the sad situation in Gaza. As you have seen Chancellor Scholz saying that Europeans cannot sit and watch how Palestinian people are starving. On the Egyptian side of the border, there is food for months accumulated in the stocks, while on the other side of the border, people are dying of hunger. Well, this is something that requires some reaction, not just expressing concern, but taking decisions.
كيف الحرب معك طيب؟
The Middle East, the situation in Gaza.
Pass on my, I have no clue what you just said.
Really?
I don't believe
Here's
it.
my question. If you found out that something that you were out there saying was not true, would you show remorse? Would you apologize for the fact that you
When you
had lied?
say remorse, you know what I'm saying?
I think it comes down to
Right.
Are you able to stand on facts and your own record?
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're
ايش بتسوي؟